everybody? It's your girl, Tori Grace, and it is another episode of Woman Crush Wednesday podcast. I'm back, guys. I just went on a week-long vacation with my family, and I have been half crazy. For one, I had a cold, so that was absolutely so much fun in my sarcastic voice. So if I sound a little stuffy, I know y'all had a late night confession episode a couple days ago about my trip. So this is again relating to Disney again. So today we're going to talk about doing Disney on a budget for any size group, especially a large size. We traveled with 9 people. I think I'm counting right, 9, including a 3-year-old, aka toddler. So, fun times. So, first things first, you guys know I record in my car a lot of the time, so forgive me and my blinker sounds and whatever else is going on in the background, but you guys can hear me because that's how we roll. Alright, Disney on a budget. First things first, going to Disney, you guys need to remember and be mindful that Disney is not one of those vacations where you're just going to do stuff fly by night. This is a trip that you must plan. Each park has different things that are based on a schedule, and if you want to get the most out of your park trips, you have to plan and you have to schedule. So, the nice thing is when you're going to Disney, and say people purchase their tickets in different batches, Disney now has the ability that, like, parent A and parent B of 2 separate groups can link their groups together by logging into the website and linking all of the tickets together. And in doing this, you can now plan up to 10 fast passes at a time so that you can do your trip together. So it makes it really nice to be able to do that, to be able to schedule all 10 at once. So like if you know that you're getting to the park at 8 o'clock in the morning and at 9 a.m. you want to get on Space Mountain, you can plan all of y'all's passes at once and not have to worry about each individual person logging in to schedule your fast pass. So that's thing number 1 that I want you guys to keep in mind. Thing number 2, Google Docs. That was my friend for the entire trip. So this is like my 7th Disney trip. I've gone with my family as a child. Then my Girl Scout troop took a trip. Shout out to Sleepy Hollow troop. We were the odd girls and Girl Scouts. So we did Disney. And that's pretty much where I learned how to plan for a trip. Not to mention the fact that I'm AKA Disney princess wannabe. So we sat down and I put together Google Docs, and what I did was each park that I knew that we were going to visit, we ended up going to all 4 of them. I made a Google Doc, like a tentative itinerary of the things that we knew were must-sees for us in the park. You guys, Disney is so big, there is no way you can see the entire park on one trip. So go ahead and be ready to make more than one trip to the park or plan to spend 2 days at a park. And I don't even think in 2 days you could see the whole entire thing. Like, Disney is massive. It's huge. Magic Kingdom is the biggest park of the 4, and that alone to me could take 3 days, and that's with you traveling with all adults and no kids. So Google Docs, what we did, we marked down our must-sees, and then we put together a tentative meal plan. Traveling with 9 people, I fortunately have very good eaters. My kids will eat pretty much anything that's not nailed down to the floor. So we crock-potted. Like, it was great. We stayed in a Caribbean Cove, not too far from the park. It was, according to GPS, it was 5 minutes, but with Disney traffic, it was like half an hour. But staying there, it made us have the kitchen ability. So we were able to cook, which saved us tons of money as well. So that's something else you want to keep in mind. When you book your vacation stay, try to get someplace that has a kitchen, whether a full kitchen or a partial kitchen. And when you go, if you drive, take a crock pot. We drove so that we could cut on money. There's a gas trip calculator on if you Google gas trip calculator, it'll pull up like the most amount that gas could possibly cost you, so then that way you can budget that in. It's about driving in a Toyota Corolla, which is what we took, and a Kia Soul, and then a Dodge Caravan. We did take 3 vehicles so that we could maximize on how much stuff was taken. It's about $62 per vehicle to fill up there and back. And that's just to make sure that you had a full tank of gas, you fill up halfway point, and then you fill up all the rest of the way so that you have gas to drive around for the week. Now, somehow, on the way down, our GPS routed us around the toll booths because there are tolls going into Florida. So just be mindful to take your change. It costs, the last time for us, it was $16 down and $16 back. But this particular trip, we were able to miss all of the tolls on the way down. But coming back, we did spend about about $10. One of the toll booths was $3.25 to get through. So make sure you have your change. Okay, so down to the nitty-gritty of the trip. You guys, okay, traveling with kids. I do not care what age your children are. Please be prepared to spend some money. To eliminate a lot of the expenses that you're going to have at the park, you're going to want to make a trip to your local Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, or just any store that you know that sells Disney trinkets and things. Walmart used to be really big on carrying a lot of Disney stuff, but over the years they don't have as much. Target has some stuff, and if you schedule your travel time just right, when you get down to Orlando, Kissimmee area, they do have a lot of Dollar Tree things that are Disney oriented once you get to Florida. This particular trip, I'm really glad that I did buy before we got on the road, because when we got down there, I don't know if they were preparing for 4th of July, but there was like nothing in the park. So what I did was I went to Dollar Tree and Dollar Tree has like the reusable, I call them Aldi bags. I know that they're not Aldi bags, but they're the reusable tote bags for grocery shopping. So each kid, I got them one of those, and then I stuffed it with stuff that I knew that they would want in the park. So all of these things were things I put on the Google Doc, like what we're packing, what we're taking, suggested items for the trip. I only covered stuff for the kids. The adults were on their own. Yeah, I know, I'm so nice. But the tote bags, so we did stuff like glow sticks, bubbles, washcloths, autograph books for the kids, markers, pens, things of that nature, so that they could keep occupied, because standing in the line at Disney is boring. And then those autograph books in the park they start at $14.95 a piece. So if you want to save money, your best bet is to go ahead and go to the Dollar Tree. Now, if you want a Disney autograph book and you just don't want a plain notebook that doesn't have anything on it, you have options. You can get a plain notebook and decorate it. You could get a plain notebook and find somebody with a Cricut or a silhouette to design it for you. Or you could go on eBay or even, again, to Dollar Tree and hope that they have some Disney-oriented notebooks and just get it that way. Like, that's what we did. I also ordered a lot of their pen trading things from off of eBay. I cannot remember the seller. There is a seller on Disney that I've been ordering or on eBay that I've been ordering trading pins from for like the last 3 Disney trips. You order like 14 pins from him. He gives you 4 free and 2 lanyards, and the shipping, it's like $18 for all of that, which in the park, one pin can start at $10 a pin. So buying the pin in a bulk lot, now you aren't able to choose what pins you want, but you can choose boy or girl gender, or just leave it neutral and he'll send you a mixed package. The more pins you buy, the better of a deal you get. So I highly suggest to order your pins from off of eBay. You can also get your lanyards from off eBay, and if you're planning your trip in enough time, they do have some sellers from like China that you can order Disney lanyards from. The kids had Mickey Mouse. My sister got a Frozen lanyard, and then we did the Disney Tsum Tsums. Those are the lanyards that we purchased, and then I purchased 2 backup lanyards to make sure that in case anybody lost one or dropped it. What I did not buy were pin backs. So if you're buying Disney pins for trading, make sure you buy Disney backs or losing backs, because we did lose several backs, and my sister actually picked up a packet of pin backs, but they were like $5, which wasn't bad, but I'm sure if we had ordered it offline, we could have gotten it for cheaper. So all of that stuff went into our Disney tote bag. So other things that we took in our tote bags that were last minute purchases, which I didn't think to get until like right before we were going. ID pouches that zip to put your ticket in. My brother and sister-in-law had the magic bands. We did get the magic bands because I didn't want to spend $14.95 per magic band per kid. But for future going again, I would probably go ahead and just buy the magic band. I didn't really see any place to purchase those before you got to the park. That's kind of something you got to get while you're down there. So $14.95, there's no cheaper way around it. But the ID pouches that zip, you could definitely get a lot of 10 of those from offline, whether it be Amazon or eBay. I ended up ordering those off of Amazon because I waited until the last minute, and that was like $6 for a pack of 10, which really did help, because then you can ziplock your ID or your Disney ticket into the pouch. So that helped us keep up with and to scan for pictures, fast passes, things of that nature. We took water bottles. Now, traveling a group of 9 in the park, unless you have a stroller, which we did, you are going to need water. So you've got two options. You can carry a case of water, which is extremely heavy, walking around in Disney, or you can buy the Brita water bottles that filter the water out, because Disney does have filtered water throughout the park that you can just refill your bottles there. And that helps out a lot with weight wise of carrying things, because that's a lot of walking you're going to do. We averaged about between 8 and 10 miles a day walking through the park, and that's just a lot of walking to only have one bottle of water, especially with us having gone in June. Y'all, it was hot as crap outside, so take your water. I have, again, another Google Doc of suggested items to purchase. I can share that, but you'll have to join the Woman Crush Wednesday podcast group on Facebook, and I'll drop those Google Docs inside of there for you guys to use. Please take your water. We ended up doing a combo of water bottles, the Brita bottles, as well as some frozen water bottles. My brother told me to purchase a cooler backpack, which I didn't know that they had those things. And that was amazing. I packed the cooler backpack because you can take a cooler into Disney parks. So that's another way to cut costs. So the cooler backpack we purchased, we froze some water bottles and used those instead of the ice packs. So then that way, as the water bottles thawed out, we could have some fresh water. Just make sure to put those water bottles inside of a Ziploc bag, because we lost some M&Ms to the sweat from the water bottle, which the kids didn't care. They ate them melted anyway, which was totally disgusting. So, pack your backpack. Okay, so food in the park. You guys, it is expensive. Cooler backpack, best friend. We packed sandwiches, we packed wraps, we packed fruits and vegetables. What else did we pack? We packed candy, like things that won't melt. That's your best way to remember it. Things that won't melt. Do not pack stuff that's going to melt, because it's going to be hot. And even with that cooler backpack, it's going to hit heat and it's going to fry your food and whatever else that you have immediately. So make sure you just pack stuff that's not going to melt in your cooler backpack. That's another item that I purchased. Amazon, I think it was like $22. It's a Coleman backpack. So grab one of those before you go. Ladies, a fanny pack is the jam for this trip, because the fanny pack kept my hands free, and then when I got on rides, I didn't have to worry about taking my fanny pack off and stuffing it down in the seat and then having to remember when I got off the ride. I just clipped it and it stayed there all day. And the newer fanny packs, they're adjustable enough to where you can sling it over the middle of your back. So that's another option. Also, the cooler backpack had water bottle pockets on the outside, which made it nice. But if you don't have pockets for that, I did order a pack of carabiner clips, excuse me, which came in handy. Like, I was clipping everything. I clipped extra backpacks, the toddler backpack, water bottles, you name it. I was clipping it to the stroller, to my the cooler backpack, as well as to my fanny pack. So order some carabiner clips. I don't have that on my list of suggested items to purchase because that was another one of those last minute things that I got, but I did order those from Amazon. I ordered a variety set of like some small and larger size ones, but as we were walking through the park, I did see a mama who had one that was like the size of my hand, and she was able to clip multiple things on that one, and I wish I had gotten one of those, so I'll probably be purchasing one of those soon just to have as backup. So those were like my things that I wanted to make sure that I had. So on to food into the Disney parks. Food. All right, so they have your snacks and things. Your alcohol that you're purchasing there is going to be average price of you going out to eat at a restaurant. So Disney did not hijack the prices on that. You're going to spend anywhere between $8 and above to get an alcoholic beverage in the park. You cannot take alcohol into the park. That's one thing you can't take. You can take juice boxes, you can take water. You cannot take your own alcohol in the park. Get over it. You'll be okay. Parking is you cannot smoke in the park, so be mindful of that. So if you feel like you have to smoke and eat, get ready. You're not going to be able to. Disney announced that this year was the first year that there were absolutely no smoking on Disney premises whatsoever. So that was really good for me as a mama. When you purchase food, 2 people can eat off of one plate if you have the intentions on eating a snack in the park. If you plan on eating a full meal, go ahead and be ready to pay about, I would say, anywhere from $22 per person per meal. So be ready for that. Like, it's eating out. My favorite place to eat in the park is actually in Hollywood Studios, close to the launch bay. A couple years ago when I went with my kid's dad, the park reached maximum capacity at Magic Kingdom on New Year's Eve, and they gave us vouchers to eat. So we checked the vouchers out and like looked and priced how much what we were getting was going to cost. For about $18, the food that I got that night, 2 people could have eaten on it, because there's no way in the world I could have eaten that whole burger. It was like a pulled chicken sandwich, and it was probably about 5 inches thick. Like, it was just too much food for one person, and I knew I could have split that with anybody, but they gave us a voucher per person, so I ate as much as I could. But just be prepared. If you're eating in the park for a full meal, $22 per person is what you're going to spend. If you guys are snacking throughout the day in the park like we did, packing grapes, apple slices, those kind of things, especially fruits to keep you hydrated while you're walking. Even if it's in the cooler season, you guys, it's still Florida. Like, be ready. Even in California, it gets cooler, but it's still walking. You're doing a lot of walking. You need to keep hydrated. We were able to sit, I know one of the places we went to was the ABC Commissary, and my 2 and my nephew, for a snack, we ordered like a land and sea platter, and that platter was so much food, 3 of them ate off of one platter. Like, it was just a snack stop. It wasn't me trying to fill them up for lunch. So for like $13, they had chicken strips, fish sticks, and fried shrimp and fries. And of course I ordered an extra platter of fries, which my toddler smashed. All of their food is good. It doesn't matter what you get. Another place that we had a snack was in the was at Epcot. They have a taco stand now, which I didn't see that the first 2 times I went, but I saw it this time. Tacos are amazing. So make sure you do that. Other stuff to keep your kids occupied, like in the park. Like, I'm jumping around and I'm trying to make sure I cover everything. Back to keeping your kids occupied. So at Epcot, they're retiring Illuminations, but bringing back another fireworks show. Every park has a fireworks show except for Animal Kingdom. So during the fireworks show, the kids typically are starting to buy those glow sticks and bubble guns and things from the Disney parks, but they're super expensive. It's like $25 for the cheapest bubble gun. I just took a pack of bubbles. Now, I was told bubble guns can't go in the park. I took mine in and didn't have any issue until I got to Hollywood Studios. That's the only place that told me I could not have my bubble gun for my son. I eventually broke down and bought him a bubble gun because it was Buzz Lightyear. Like, the Disney bubbles come out perfectly. I don't know why. It's flipping Disney magic. Like, they must work special bubble gun stuff. So, we took backup bubble refills, like from Dollar Tree, a 3-pack for $1, and just refilled the bubble gun because I was not buying more bubbles from the park once I got the bubble gun, because he clearly used up a 6-pack of bubbles on the way in there. So if you get the bubble gun, just buy your bubble refills and keep them in your backpack before you get into the park. You can use those. The bubbles kept my son occupied, and I also packed just some Dollar Tree batteries to keep his bubble gun from going dead, because we were there for a week. So Dollar Tree was my best friend. And I also brought like an eyeglass screwdriver, something small enough to where it doesn't cause an issue at the front gate, and just dropped that in my purse because it was for glasses, and half of us had on sunglasses and regular glasses anyway. It wasn't an issue for me to take that in. So bubbles, coloring books, crayons. Now, our crayons did melt at one point in time, but markers are not something that I wanted to travel with. So you got to kind of be the judge of what you want to deal with and don't want to deal with, but that definitely kept my toddler occupied. And then tons of stickers. Like, I just got rolls of Dollar Tree stickers, and then they had Disney sheets of like little books with stickers in it, so I got him that as well. I think I covered everything. Like, I don't want to say I went overboard, but my kids had a ball. The planning for the trip, we did knock out everything that was on the list, except for Tower of Terror, which kept crashing. And I don't know if that was crashing because people were ralphing on it. Like, you'd see the sanitation crew come out immediately. It looked like on Monsters, Inc. when they had the 2319. That's what it looked like when Disney Sanitation showed up, and all I could do was laugh. But we planned. We got there early in the morning. Things that you want to stop by: Joffrey's Coffee, amazing donuts. If you like donuts, that's where you want to go. We stopped there in the morning for coffee. They did not have iced coffee options that I saw. It was just hot coffee. But that could have been at different locations because they're all over the place. There is a Starbucks there. So you're going to want to make sure you either bring your coffee beforehand or stop at one of those locations. The Starbucks does not take gift cards. So remember that. Starbucks does not take gift cards inside of the Disney park. It takes it on the outside, but not on the inside. So keep that in mind. You're going to either want cash or be ready to swipe your card. They are advancing over to Apple Pay at the register, so be ready for that. No chip readers anywhere in the park. Don't know why. Can't answer that for you. But be ready for that. Now, let's see. As far as shopping goes, we didn't buy too much stuff in the park, and then my favorite flea market actually got closed, so I didn't see too many things that I really wanted to purchase prior to, like, walking around the parks, because I guess Disney shut them down. They said they went out of business, but, like, you can't even find them having relocated. So if you see something in the park that you really, really, really like, go ahead and get it, because most of the parks do not have the same thing as a repeat in other locations, especially Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom is your princess park, so if you see stuff at Magic Kingdom that you really want, or an Animal Kingdom that you really want, that is not going to be a duplicate anywhere else in the park. Your Disney ears, you're not going to be able to find those anywhere else. So if you see camouflage print ears at Animal Kingdom, pick them up at Animal Kingdom, because that's the only place you're going to be able to buy them. I did spend to get my baby his Mickey ears. That is just something that you're going to have to do. Mickey ears are not available anywhere in the park except for at Magic Kingdom. I think it's called Mouse Gears. So it's like $17.99 for the ears and then $4.99 for the embroidery. So you can get that done at, I think it was Magic Kingdom. Magic Kingdom or Epcot, one of the two. No, Epcot, that's where we got them. But I'm sure Magic Kingdom has Mickey ears in there. We just didn't walk around in the shops that much because Magic Kingdom is so big and we were on a mission trying to get on all the rides and whatnot there. I think that's everything as far as keeping it cheap and keeping it fun. Oh, no, it's not. Pictures. Okay, I am a supreme picture taker. I by myself took 800 pictures over a week's course. Don't judge me. This is what I do. Like, I run social media and I've been hired for other people to cover things, and I take a lot of pictures. Like, I burst and record, which I just now realize my iPhone is amazing. You can take pictures and record at the same time without having to stop and flip back and forth. So thank you, iPhone, for being mindful of us mamas that want to take pictures and record at the same time. Buy the Photo Pass, the Memory Maker. Yes, you're going to hear $199. You're going to be like, holy crap, why is it so expensive? But if you go in the park and you travel to 4 different parks, if you get on a ride and you really want the picture, it's automatically going to be $22 for a picture. So if you go on 4 rides that you've taken a picture in, or you take a great picture in front of Epcot or a great picture in front of Magic Kingdom, guess what? That's $44 already. So if you're there for a week, you might as well spend the $199, split it amongst the people that you're with on the trip, because what you get to do after that when you do the $199, everybody can link their Magic Bands the same way that you linked your tickets earlier. You link everything together, and then you can pick which pictures you want, and you do not have to print all the pictures. I think we ended up having like 240 pictures that were on the Magic Band. Maybe 10 of them weren't of us, but I mean, that was really worth it because those are memories that you can't replace. So the $199, yes, I highly recommend spending it, because even though you take pictures, a lot of the times the cast members, when you go to take pictures with the characters, you can use your phone, but those cast members might not be iPhone friendly. They might have an Android, so when they take the picture, your picture's not going to come out the way that you would have taken it. Now, I did get some great pictures out of the 800 that I took, and you're like, why would you absolutely need it? The Magic Pass or the Photo Memory Maker, because I did not get the pictures of us in front of the park or in front of the, like, on the rides. Those things I could not get. There's absolutely no way of doing that. So to me, it was worth it. My brother got it because it was their anniversary on the trip, and to me, it was probably the best thing to do. As far as going down for a week, I would not suggest that you try to fit anything in more than 4 park days. It is a lot of walking, whether it is in the wintertime or if it is in the summer. It's a lot of walking and you're gonna be tired. So this particular trip, we did some aminos. Walmart has a brand of amino acids that you take after you work out. So I bought a container of those. Be mindful of food allergies, check with your doctor, all that fun stuff before you get them. I am not a doctor and I cannot recommend this to you for your health. But if you are clear and your doctor approves you to take amino acids, what we did, we went for the walk all day like a regular workout. And then when we got back to the room, we drank the amino acids. So that helped with the lactic fermentation in your legs. And it keeps you from being sore, just like if you were going to take it after a workout. So that really helped to keep me from hurting after walking all day, which absolutely amazed me. And I would recommend that for you, but please make sure you check with your doctor before you take it. Also, check to make sure that your aminos do not have caffeine in it. The ones my brother had caffeine in it, which was great for first thing in the morning, but the ones that I had did not. So those were good for taking at any point in time during the day. We scheduled our park trips. We had a 7-day trip. We left on Saturday morning. That Saturday was grocery shopping, getting stuff in order. Sunday was a park day. Monday was a park day. Tuesday was rest. Wednesday, Thursday, park. And then Friday, another rest day. So if you break it down like that, that gives everybody a chance to recover and kind of get over all the walking. Hats. Make sure you take hats and sunglasses. Hats in the park are $32 a piece. Hats at Walmart are $5.95. So you make your judgment. We did need hats. Amazon does have a 2-pack of wide-brimmed roll-up floppy hats for women. It was like $8.95. One was black, one was white. I took those, but for the most part, it was in my way, and I didn't wear it the whole trip. I did wear it for part of the trip, but I really dreaded that I did not have at least a visor. They have some cute little wicker visors at Walmart right now. Those would have been adorable for you to get. You can customize, of course, your hats and add stickers or whatever else that you want on it and handle it that way. One of my favorite parts of the trip, yes, I'm plugging myself, that's my job, Comfort Handmade and Comfort Kids Atlanta, we did family t-shirts and we customized every t-shirt that we had in the park. So if you guys want family shirts, we start at $15 a piece. You can hit us up at Comfort Handmade, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We do shirts. We need at least 2 weeks notice for your family. If you want to add names to the t-shirts, that's going to be an additional $2 for each name. But we did Star Wars. We had Support Our Troops with the Stormtroopers. We had Lion King. We did Toy Story, Squad Goals, Princess Squad Goals. And then my sister and sister-in-law and I, we had Bibbidi Bobbidi Boo shirts. All of those pictures and things are definitely on Comfort Kids, Comfort Handmade. And a couple of them are on Woman Crush Wednesday podcast, Instagram. No, I need to load some more. But we had a ball. I'm loading pictures. I know y'all are going to be sick of me loading pictures, but my kids were adorable. My nephew was adorable. We had a good time. My nephew actually got to be in the Star Wars Jedi training, so that was super cool too. That is something that's free, offered to kids 11 and under, or no, 12 and under. You can get your kid into Jedi training. You have to go sign up for that. That's free. They get a bunch of pictures that Disney takes of them for participating in it. I can't think of anything else. If you guys have any questions about how to plan a Disney trip, tips, tricks, how to make the most out of your trip, please don't hesitate to message me, email me. I'm all about that Disney trip. Like, this was so much fun. I do have a Pinterest board called Disney. You can see shirt designs. There are other mamas that have videos on how to cut costs, and other mamas that have boards of what they've done. We did pipe cleaner people. I got that from off Pinterest on standing in line. I mean, just message me. Like I said, this is 7 trips in. I think I kind of got it. So please feel free to hit me up and ask. Send pictures of your trip. I would love to see how your trip goes if you've used any of my tips and tricks. Disney is a ball, but it is work. This is not the vacation that you're going to go and sit and just do nothing. If you want a vacation where you don't do anything, don't go to Disney, because you're going to be tired, you're going to walk, you're going to stand in line, and you're going to do stuff. Like, oh, I know what I forgot. If you are traveling with somebody that needs to use a wheelchair or a scooter, you can rent from Disney, but it is very expensive. We use Yellow Scooter. If you Google scooter rentals, once you get to Orlando, you can come up with a lot of different things, but we use Yellow Scooter, and I wanted to just say thank you again to them for their amazing customer service, because the scooter that we were using on the trip cut off in the park, and Josh used my current location for my iPhone, found us in the park, and brought us a new freshly charged scooter. So thank you so much again, Yellow Scooter, for amazing customer service. But you can get a scooter rental. We did a 2-day scooter rental for $70, and that's how much it costs for 1 day in Disney. And this particular scooter was portable. They dropped it off at our resort location, and they picked it up at our resort location, and it was something that we could collapse down and put into our vehicle. Also, for your trip, as far as getting your resort, I forgot about tickets. I did forget something. Tickets, you can purchase them cheaply if you have military access. If you purchase them online in a bulk rate, the more tickets you purchase online from Disney and even Hollywood Studios, you get a discount online. Hollywood Studios was offering a buy one, get one, half off, I believe. But all of those sales and things fluctuate. You have to check your blackout dates as well for military tickets and purchase tickets online. You can also do the resort thing where you go and you watch the little resort spiel, take you around, show you, and they try to get you to buy the condo. Just say no. If you're from Georgia, the rule is you have to be in a couple, so be mindful of that. That's how you get your cheap tickets. And then your room and board. If you do not have access to somebody that has resort access, check Airbnb. A lot of those people that have condos and things, they have their weeks for rent on Airbnb, and you can get a nice condo with a full kitchen for, I think it was, for us, it was like $1,000 for the week that we split amongst everybody. So just be mindful of those things for discounted tickets, discounted room and board, and fun times in the park. I think I got everything this time. I hope so.
This is a Squad podcast.
Whoop whoop. And I just want to say thank you for tuning in. This is 40 minutes of me talking about something I really absolutely love. Shout out to my Disney people, and I am out of here. Follow me on Twitter at Tori Grace, TORIGR, the number 8CE. I am Tori Grace, TORIGR, the number 8CE on Instagram, and I will see you guys soon. Peace. Woman Crush Wednesday podcast. We're out.